will not kill you. Not yet at least, but believe me, I shall have my revenge. I shall first destroy everything you hold dear, and just when you begin to reach a fraction of despair I am submitted to every day, I will be there.
I ran quickly, thoughts raging through my head.
You will suffer.
The same thought, repeating and repeating.
I shall take from you all you have taken from me.
I began to slow and regain rational thought. I would have to bide my time. I was nothing if not patient, but...
I did not want to be patient. I wanted to act now, but what? Or who?
I was certain an answer would present itself if I just observed.
My creator wandered around the island in a morbid self-pity. I wished to tear him apart, to rip his arms from his body. A couple of days later, a fishing boat landed, and a man approached the cottage with a packet, which I intercepted and examined the contents.
There was one letter containing some mindless drivel from Geneva about a woman called Elizabeth. The other, from his friend Henry Clerval, entreating him to join him in Perth as he was growing restless and wished to return to London.
Leaving the packet at the door, I headed for Perth immediately. I knew I would have a little time, as he would need to dispose of all his equipment and my... Being a relatively small settling, I easily located Henry Clerval. But how to break the ice?
Who's there?
I have come from the Orkneys.
From Victor?
Yes.
Oh, come in. Wait a moment, I'll get a lamp. Oh.
Is something amiss?
What can I do for you?
I have come from Victor.
With a message?
You do not look at me. Why do you not look at me?
You have a message for me.
You cannot stand to look upon me.
I'm sorry.
This apology stopped me for a moment in my tracks.
What is the message?
Message?
Yes, from Victor.
I am the message.
What?
Victor Frankenstein created me whilst at Ingolstadt University.
What?
I said Victor Frankenstein created me.
He created you?
He did.
I understand. Oh, this is a joke. Victor is with you.
You think I am a joke?
Oh, not you. Victor's joke.
Yes. I suppose I am.
What is it that you want?
Victor Frankenstein created me.
That is absurd.
Believe it or not, it makes no difference, but it is true. I was an experiment. The moment I was brought to life, she deserted me, leaving me alone, despised, to fend for myself.
Why have you come here?
Because Victor Frankenstein has taken everything from me. I intend to do the same to him.
I do not understand.
I think you do.
He made a dash for the door, but was woefully slow, and I easily caught him.
Release me. I have done nothing to you.
No, but my creator loves you dearly, and as such, you cannot live.
I had no quarrel with this man, but he needed to die, and my creator needed to know, if only a fraction, of the pain he had inflicted upon me. I placed my hands either side of his head and squeezed. And squeezed. My creator must have left almost immediately after receiving the letter, as 2 days later he arrived.
I had expected him to be devastated upon discovering the fate of his friend. but the results far exceeded anything that I could have hoped for.
Henry, no. What have I done?
My creator just kept repeating, I've killed him!
I've killed him. I've killed him.
Soon after, he quit Scotland to return to Geneva. During the journey, my creator spoke to no one and sunk into some form of depression. And although I revelled at his current state, his feeble application of life had begun to irritate and even embarrass me. Upon returning, he met with a female. She clearly had a great affection for him and appeared oblivious to his numerous faults. The only conclusion I could draw was that she must be simple. However pathetic, this was still something denied me.
Several months passed, and my creator seemed to have forgotten his friend. He and the woman had decided to partake in some kind of bizarre ritual. For what purpose I could not ascertain.
What will she think of you, I wonder, when she knows your true callous nature and depth of your crimes?
The hateful day finally arrived, and was as repellent as I had expected. I waited in their room for them to complete their absurd ceremony.
Victor, where are you going?
I just want to check the grounds.
Check them for what? What do you expect to find out there?
Nothing, my dear.
Then stay.
I will not be long.
Victor, you are scaring me.
Don't worry, my darling, it is nothing.
Then why not stay?
Just 5 minutes, I promise. Please indulge me my eccentricities.
5 minutes.
I promise. My creator having left, it was time for me to introduce myself to his bride.
He is right to be concerned.
Who's there?
I am an old acquaintance of Victor Frankenstein.
Come out immediately.
I did so.
You do not recoil from me.
I do not.
Do I not repulse you?
Yes, you are repulsive. You are an abomination.
You know who I am.
I do.
He told you.
I see you had not expected this.
Didn't you know of the wicked acts that
My husband is a good man.
He is not a good man.
He has made mistakes.
On that we can agree.
His biggest was creating you. You wish to blame someone for all the destruction and wickedness that you committed, then blame yourself, not him.
He made me like this.
Yes, a hideous abomination.
He created me and then abandoned me.
You expect sympathy from me after what you've done. His only crime was not destroying you the moment you came into this world. The sooner you are extinguished, the better.
The woman turned from me to walk away. I grabbed her, my arm around her delicate neck.
Go ahead. It is what you are, after all.
And what is that?
You are an animal. A savage. Feral.
Elizabeth!
My creator, brandishing a gun, pointed directly at me, but I held his bride between us. Seeing my arm precariously at her throat, he attempted to pacify me by putting his gun on the floor.
Please, let her go.
You think I'm an animal? Savage? Feral?
What?
Do you think I'm an animal?
No, please.
Now you beg. How the tables have turned since the last time we spoke.
Just let her go. We can talk.
The time for talk is well past, don't you think?
Please, just let her go. No! No! No!
I had exited via the window and moved away at speed as the lunatic had started shooting at me. Fortunately, he was a terrible shot. I returned to see him cradling the woman in his arms and weeping like a child. Whilst this filled me with great pleasure, there was still one person who stood between us. Sadly, I was to be robbed of this pleasure. On hearing of the justice done to my creator's bride, his wicked father fell into a deep illness and died not long after. I worried that my creator may give up entirely on life before my work was completed, but I was delighted to find that his spirit still had some fight left in it, and he vowed to pursue me to the ends of the earth.
I'm satisfied, miserable wretch. You have determined to live, and I am satisfied.
I was intrigued by this idea of the ends of the earth, and so headed north.
Where are you, fiend? You shall not escape from me. I will hunt you to the furthest corners of the world. I shall be your reckoning.
For several months he pursued me, through the windings of the Rhone to the Mediterranean and towards the Black Sea. I continued to the wilds of Tartary and Russia. I allowed locals to view me so that through them he could follow my path. Whilst I could withstand the harsh conditions, he fared much worse, and on occasion I was forced to leave some repast for him. When he seemed to completely lose track, I left him little messages to guide him.
My reign is not yet over.
And?
My power is complete. Follow me, I seek the everlasting ices of the north, where you will feel the misery of cold and frost.
And one of my favourites.
Come on, my enemy. We have yet to wrestle for our lives, but you must endure many hard and miserable hours before that period arrives.
As we continued our journey northwards, the snow thickened and the cold increased. It was becoming more challenging even for me. I worried for my creator, so left him the following helpful message.
Prepare. Your toils have only begun, for we shall soon enter upon a journey where your sufferings will satisfy my everlasting hatred.
We carried on for some time. The spirit of my creator remained indomitable, but I feared his body was on the verge of breaking. I could hear the ice beneath cracking. A large piece broke off and he fell into the frozen waters. Somehow he managed to cling onto the edge. I rushed back.
Give me your hand.
Never.
Give me your hand or you will die.
God, give me strength and give me vengeance upon this creature.
He released his grip and fell. I threw my arm into the freezing water, just managing to grab onto him and pull him back onto the ice. I knew now that it was over.
So, you have won, fiend. You must take great pleasure seeing me like this.
Pleasure? Why do you believe this gives me pleasure?
Because you have won. You have defeated me.
It was your goal to destroy me. That was never what I wanted.
And then what do you want?
I want you to understand, because you are the only one who can.
Understand what?
Why did you create me?
Why? Because I could.
No! Neither of us are leaving these frozen wastelands. The least we can be is honest with each other.
Very well. When I was younger, I believed I was destined for something, for some great enterprise. All scientists wish to gift something to humanity, but if I'm honest, not for humanity's sake, but in order to make us immortal. I suppose we're very similar to artists in that respect. I became obsessed with life itself, the greatest mystery. Doctors can heal and alter the body, but that spark, that gift only given by God himself. So, I set myself the task. Could I give to mankind that which previously only God had been able to bestow?
Like a modern Prometheus.
Prometheus. They knew the fire, the essence of life itself.
Why did you leave me?
When I saw you...
But you knew my appearance. You made me look like this. You lived with it. for months before you gave me life.
The anticipation of my achievement got the better of me. I did not really see the true...
Horror.
Yes, the horror of what I created, but also a lifeless form is very different. I had no concept of the evil.
Evil? How could I be evil? I did not know who or what I was. What was evil was the behavior of man towards something simply because of its appearance. What is evil is the actions of a father abandoning his child.
A father? Yes, I suppose in some sick and twisted... Why did you come here? I know you made sure I did not lose sight of you. I know you provided food and warmth.
I wanted to take everything away from you.
Well, you have your revenge now. Everyone I cared about is dead. Now you can have your final victory and watch me die. You may wreak whatever vengeance you deem fit on humanity.
I desire none. My anger is past. I am done with the world of man. I will not return.
Where will you go?
I will continue north till my body fails me. As hardened as you have made even me, I need sustenance and warmth to survive. I just want it before the end.
What?
You must accept your share of the blame for events.
I always did.
You are my creator. We are eternally bound, and before the end, I wanted to ask.
Ask? For what?
I want...
You want forgiveness?
Yes.
You do not need my forgiveness. You should ask for it in the next world. That is assuming I bestowed you with a soul.
Think I have no soul?
I do not know.
It is not the forgiveness of anyone or anything else I require. It is just of you.
Of me?
Yes. You have nothing left now. You must finally understand me.
I cannot forgive you. But for what it may be worth, I am truly sorry for the part I played in your wretched existence.
Victor lived for a little longer, but finally closed his eyes and slept. And me? What was left for me now? I buried my creator as best I could, said a few words for his soul, whatever that may be, and finally continued on my long walk northward.